This box arrived a little unexpectedly, although I was expecting a pair of boots from them. They just didn't give me the notification. It's a brand I haven't tried yet. It's Meermin. Obviously, I know about it. Been tracking it and following it since I really got into boots during COVID 2020. So let's open the box. G'day, welcome back to Bootlosophy, my channel reviewing heritage boots. I'm filming in Gallop country in a really sunny winter's day. Kaliko Wajak Nunga Buja. This is Wajak country. So this box arrived from Meermin. It's a brand that I know about because I've read about it, but it's not a brand that I've ever tried before, and it comes from Spain. So we'll get the box open and I'll talk to you about the brand while I'm opening it. So Meermin is based in the island of Mallorca, which is south of the southwest coast of Spain, almost due south of Barcelona, in fact, Barcelona. It's a family-owned company. It has a history originally of making boots for other brands, other name brands, as one of their shadow manufacturers. They then decided to go to direct-to-consumer, and as a result was able to reduce the prices under their own name, and became a really sustainable company with their own identity. So this is the Meermin box. Let's open it. So let's get this open. Great experience. I've never seen that before. A moisture absorbing gel kept in the box. We have a pair of lovely boot bags with the Meermin stamp on them. They're canvas, I think, a sort of light cotton twill canvas. Can't have too many boot bags. Nicely wrapped in brown paper. Oh, here we go. This is the Chelsea boot in brown Superbuck E, made by C F Stead, tanned by C F Stead. And take a look at that. That's a really lovely feeling suede, and as you can see. And it's a lightweight boot, despite being Goodyear welted. Quite light. We'll go through the makeup in a minute and you'll discover it as I discover it, because I haven't really done enough research yet. So I might take out both boots first and then we'll talk about them. It's nicely packed with a lot of paper. So yeah, this is the Chelsea. It's the new one in brown Superbuck E from C F Stead. Leeds, England tannery, famous for their suedes and famous for leathers like Rambler and Kudu. Now, as you can see, it is a whole cut boot. It's dark brown, so I hope you can see. There's usually a stitch there because they have a vamp piece that's stitched to the quarters piece and then the end. But in this case, like an R.M. Williams, it's a whole cut, meaning it's one piece of leather that goes all the way around and there's only one stitch up the back. R.M. Williams is obviously famous for this. They have two unbranded cloth pull tabs at the top. They feel pretty secure to me. This has, I understand, a sheepskin lining. It's lined throughout. Yeah, lined throughout, really. Oh, that's nice and soft in the vamp. The leather, the suede, feels really nice and soft. I'm not sure what a Superbuck tannage is from C F Stead, so I need to look at that. It is new, and this is offered new by Meermin. Take a look at the other boot. Yeah, it's a really lovely light kind of leather. Bit of brown wrapping paper. The goring feels nice and tight, so it'll bind to your ankles really well. The back, I can feel a little bit of like extra soft lining leather at the back, so that should be quite comfortable. And I also like the built-in shape of the heel cup, because often you get boots that are quite straight cut, but this cups into your heel straight away, so it makes it easier for break-in. And I have to say, really well done considering it's a hole cut with a seam up the back. This is Goodyear welted. It has what they call a flex Goodyear welt. I'm not quite sure what a Meermin flex Goodyear welt is, but I suspect it means it's a little bit more flexible. You can see the layers. There is the welt, and then immediately into, I think, a rubber midsole, and then the rubber one-piece outsole, and then a block rubber heel. This is in the new, what do they call it? The diamond sole. And you can see why, because it's cut in a diamond pattern. And it's meant to be very grippy and also very shock absorbing. So we shall put that to the test. The last is new for Meermin. It's called the Orion last, and it's meant to be quite dressy, with a slight chisel shape to the end of the toe. This is in the average width, and I mean, that actually looks quite classy. I think a lot of my American viewers who are used to sort of rounded toes are going to scream in pain by looking at this, but this is a typical European last, really good looking. And it's meant to be a little bit wider at the ball of the feet too, so that'll be good for my right foot in particular. Talking about right foot, let's take a look at the right boot. And you can see, I think, the welting, it's really well done. Really good stitching in the welt, and then they sort of wheel a little wheel across to create that sort of gap, that sort of rough edge. The leather is beautiful, well matched really. The stitching, the goring is double stitched in, nice. I mean, a little bit of, what is that? A little bit of fibers from the leather. Oh dear, there's a fault. Who looks at that? Stitching up here is incredibly tight. Double stitch, incredibly tight. And the stitch up the back seam, again, very clean, very concise, very tight, with this V to sort of protect the pull loop, and the V there to protect the front pull loop. Left boot, similar, very clean stitching. I mean, it is very minimalist stitching, but it's very clean. That's lovely. So let's get them on foot. So this is the moment of truth, for two reasons. One is getting your feet into the tight, tightened goring of the Chelsea boot. And second is the sizing. So let's give it a go. Okay, first up, the pull loops maybe need to be a little bit bigger, because if I had fat, blobby fingers, that's difficult to get in. That was easy enough, and the fit is really good. Yeah. Meermin recommends that you go true to size. I'm 8.5 US, 7.5 UK, 41.5 European. So that's the way I've gone, and it fits really well. Interesting. This fits my right foot, which is a bit wider, really well. It's a tad sloppy on my left foot, but that's my feet, not the boot. The last, I think it's a pretty comfortable last. The heels are locked in for sure, and I think part of that is the way they shape that cup. There's quite a lot of room in the front, and I think that's because of the last being quite long. If you had a last that was like an American boot that rounded off, you'd have to be a bit wider and round off. But because it's quite a pointy toe before it gets cut into a chisel, it obviously needs to extend beyond your toes before it narrows in to give you room. And to show you how much room, That's about the end of my toe there. So that's clearly almost 2 thumbs width. And normally I'd be recommending people to have 1 thumb's width. But with a longer nose, you need a bit more space before it tightens. Right. Yeah, dark brown on dark carpet is probably not the best way to show you, but I'm hoping this comes out in contrast. Very comfortable. I feel a lot of shock absorption in the rubber underneath. And that heel, I think when you land, is nice and shock absorbing. If I take R.M. Williams with a stacked leather heel before you get the rubber top lift, you do often get a click, click as you're walking. This you don't. So this could easily be creeping along as a secret agent. I wonder if James Bond wears Meermin. This is actually very comfortable first up. I'm going on holidays to Singapore and Bali, and I might take these with me instead of, originally I was thinking of taking these urban turnouts from R.M. Williams because they have that really soft commander sole. But these, I think dark brown might be better. A combination of formal and informal because of the suede. And I wear pants anyway in tropics. And there's nothing wrong with wearing, if you want to, shorts with a pair of Chelsea boots on, which is the Australian way. All right, I like these. They're good. All right, let's wrap up. So there you go. In conclusion, my very first pair of Meermin boots from Mallorca in Spain. I love Mallorca, the sound of Mallorca, an island in the Mediterranean. Beautifully made from Charles F. Stead's Superbuck Suede. I need to research that before I bring you the full review. And it has the dynamic flex Goodyear welt, and I need to research that before I bring it to you in a full review. But overall, it's a fantastic package. New Orion last, new diamond sole, new suede leather, and the way it's put together, I'm really quite impressed. They sell for $280 US, which I think kind of blows my mind. I mean, I'm extolling the virtues of R.M. Williams because it's made in Australia. We all, I think, kind of agree that R.M. Williams nowadays at 700 Australian dollars is a little bit overpriced. So when you get a boot made from a maker in Spain, a known and reputable maker in Spain, for 280 US dollars, what would that be? By the time it lands in Australia, 350, maybe 400 Australian dollars. Oh, I think R.M. Williams is going to get a run for their money. Delightful feel to it. Very nice last. It's very comfortable in just those few steps I took, so I'm going to test them out a little bit before I bring them to you. So I hope you liked that review and my introduction to Meermin boots. I think I'll look for more of these from Meermin now that I know what the lasts fit like and I know what their sizes fit like. So remember, subscribe, like, comment. SLC. Take care out there, and I'll be back soon. So see you soon.